So, you're a veteran and you're looking at buying a home in Lakeland, Florida. First off, that's awesome. You already know the VA loan is an incredible benefit. But let's be real. A couple of questions can cause some serious stress, right? Like, how much is this appraisal really going to cost me? And how long am I going to have to wait? Well, today we're going to demystify all of that. We're getting you the exact numbers and a real-world timeline for Lakeland so you can plan your next move like a pro.
Okay, so you've found a place you love in Lakeland, and you're ready to make it happen with your VA loan. That is a huge step. But then comes this next piece of the puzzle, the VA appraisal. And sometimes it can feel like a total black box. What we're going to do right now is open that box up and give you the clarity you need to just sail right through it. All right, let's cut right to the chase. The number one question is always about the cost. For a standard single-family home in Lakeland, this is the key number to remember, $650. That's the foundational number for your budget. But, as you'll see in a second, it can change just a little bit depending on the kind of property you're buying. Right, because typical doesn't cover every situation, does it? Maybe you've got your eye on a great condo, or you're looking at a multi-unit investment property. The cost is a little different for those. So let's break down the official fee schedule for the Lakeland area so you know exactly what to expect. As you can see, the VA lays it out really clearly, which is fantastic. For a single-family home or an individual condo unit, that fee is set right at $650. No guesswork. Now, if you're looking at a manufactured home, that number bumps up just a bit to $725. And for those of you who are investing in a duplex or a property with up to 4 units, you're going to want a budget for $800. These are the exact figures. No surprises. Now, here's a quick but super important reminder. This appraisal fee, even though it's a fixed cost, is just one piece of the puzzle. It's not your total closing costs. You're still going to have other things from the lender and title company, so just think of this as one specific line item in your overall home buying budget. You might be looking at these numbers and thinking, okay, but where do they come from? Did somebody just pick them out of a hat? Absolutely not. There is a whole system behind these fees, and you know what? It's actually designed to protect you, the buyer. So these fees aren't set by your lender or even the appraiser who visits the house. They come directly from an official VA office, the St. Petersburg Regional Loan Center. They create this document called the Appraisal Fees and Timeliness Schedule, and it covers all of Polk County, which includes Lakeland. This means the fee is standardized by the VA itself. And this standardization, it's a huge advantage for you. Seriously, it means from day one, you know exactly what to expect. You don't have to shop around for different appraisal prices or worry that you're going to get hit with some kind of hidden fee later on. At the end of the day, this whole system is about protecting you, the veteran home buyer. As one expert put it, this whole setup prevents surprise upcharges just because a home is in a strong or rising Central Florida market. It's basically a layer of financial security that's built right into your VA loan benefit. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so we've nailed down the cost. You know exactly what you need to budget for. Now, let's tackle that second big question. How long does this whole thing actually take? Let's walk through the timeline, from the very moment your lender hits send on that order. The official VA standard for Florida is 7 business days. Now, this is the target for the appraiser to get their report done after they've accepted the assignment. And those 2 words, business days, are really the key to understanding what the timeline looks like in the real world. Exactly. I mean, 7 business days sounds pretty good on paper, but what does that actually look like on a calendar when you're anxiously waiting to move forward on your dream home? Let's map it out. So here's how it really plays out. First, your lender officially orders the appraisal. Then, the appraiser who gets the assignment has to coordinate with the seller or their agent to actually get inside the property. That can take a day or 2. After they've done their inspection, that's when their 7 business day clock really starts for completing the report. So when you factor in weekends and that initial scheduling dance, you should realistically plan for the whole process, from order to report in hand, to take about 1.5 to 2 full calendar weeks. Okay, so now you have the costs and you have a realistic timeline. Let's talk about what you can do to make sure the process goes as smoothly as possible. This is your game plan to help you stay on track and feel totally in control. Think of this as your personal checklist for success. First, as soon as you're under contract, tell your lender to order that appraisal. Get the clock started immediately. At the same time, you and your agent should be proactive about making sure the appraiser can get into the property, no delays. It's also really smart to build a little extra time, a small cushion, into your financing deadlines in the contract. And of course, have that $650 to $800 ready to go. You see, It really all comes down to being proactive. When you understand these numbers and timelines up front, you're not just sitting back and reacting to things as they happen, you're actually steering the process. This is exactly how you set yourself up for a smooth, predictable, and successful closing.
And there you have it. You are now armed with the exact costs and a totally realistic timeline for your VA appraisal right here in Lakeland. That's a major hurdle cleared and a lot of stress off your shoulders. With this knowledge, you can move forward with confidence, knowing there aren't going to be any big surprises. So, the only question left is, are you ready to take that next exciting step on your path to homeownership?